Teachers are adamant that they will take whatever steps are necessary to protect their students, protect their schools, and to protect their communities from the damaging impact that league tables have had when published overseas. Teachers in New South Wales are well aware of the damage that's occurred in England, well aware of the damage that's occurred in parts of the United States where league tables are published. They're not standing alone in this matter, of course. They're joined by a significant number of preeminent educators, including in New South Wales, Dr. Ken Boston, who previously was Director General of Education and Training in the state. Speaking from his position in England, where he in fact oversaw the testing regime in England for a number of years, he has warned Australia, warned New South Wales against following that path. He speaks about the damage that has done to the curriculum, how it's narrowed the curriculum in those schools, how it's resulted in some schools of teaching little more than what is tested in literacy and numeracy tests, and led to a gutting of what is essentially at the essence of education in any system that's worth its salt. He talks about how subjects which previously were seen as important are no longer seen as important. That if you'd like to think about music, if you'd like to think about dramas taught in schools, if you'd like to think about the cooperation that's developed among students, all those things are at risk if you go to high stakes testing and publication of league tables. He's been joined by another preeminent educator from New South Wales, Professor Gordon Stanley, who left New South Wales as head of the Board of Studies last year to take up a position as Director of Educational Assessment at Oxford University in England. Professor Gordon Stanley, after examining what's happened in England, after examining what's happening in the United States, again has warned educators, has warned teachers, has warned parents and community in New South Wales not to make the mistakes that have been made overseas in this area. He said that education is too important to be allowed to go this way. He's also warned against a system that he says will result in just teaching to the test at the expense of students' education. In Victoria, we have Professor Brian Caldwell, former Dean of the Faculty of Education down there, not only telling teachers that they should take all steps necessary to stop the test going ahead if they're used for the publication of league tables, but he's also urged parents to not allow their children to be tested if they know that the results are going to be used for construction of league tables. Teachers see this as very serious, and they believe that they're widely supported in the community. It seems that the politicians are the only ones at odds in this matter at the moment. The politicians and some newspaper outlets who clearly stand to gain financially through the publication of league tables and result in a boost in circulation should that occur. The broader community, as I say, is well behind the teachers. If you look across Australia, the position that's now been adopted by New South Wales Teachers Federation, opposition to the league tables, is supported by the Association of Independent School Headmasters, is supported by the Catholic Principals Association, supported by the Australian Secondary Principals Association, and supported by the Federation of Parents and Citizens Associations in New South Wales, as well as by the national parent body, the Australian Council of State School Organisations, which represents parent bodies in every state and territory in this country. It is time for the government to see that the policy that they've embarked upon, their intention to publish league tables, allow for publication of league tables, is against the interests of our students, against the interests of our schools, and against the interests of our communities. And that's a view shared widely across the community. In fact, we're now left in a situation where it appears the only people publicly speaking in support of league tables, apart from current politicians on the state and federal scene, are in fact people such as John Howard and Brendan Nelson. There is no one else of any sort of significant standing, or very few of any significant standing, who are prepared to put their name to any sort of publicity in support of league tables in this country.